when we boil down and distill zero trust, we see identity kind of permeates every aspect of it. Secure networking, security, and identity together, culminating in this concept of zero trust, becoming more prominent and more important for customers to be able to truly solve their cybersecurity challenges.
10 years ago, everything was thought over and should be understood by a human mind, so to speak.
Yes.
And yeah, it's simply too big. The amount of data is too big. The whole road toward the cloud, it's been too complex, become too complex. And in order to really have an answer to that, to secure at scale and really make sure that the right people have the right access at the right moment, yeah, we really need solutions like Gen AI to support that. Scott, most welcome here in The Hague. You made a trip, not your easiest trip ever, but yeah, very welcome here, of course. Yeah, before we delve into our shared vision on digital identity, I think maybe good for our customers and prospects to understand who you are and who Integral Partners is, of course.
Yeah, well, thanks, Stephen. I appreciate that. And thanks for having me out. It wasn't the easiest journey, but I'm happy to be here.
You're here.
So by way of introduction, my name's Scott Silver. I'm the CEO of Integral Partners. Integral Partners was established in 2013 as an identity consultancy focused only on identity and access management. We serve customers mostly in the United States, some in Canada. And our focus as an organization has really been all things identity. And we've organized ourselves to serve our customers, focused on advisory consulting. So really helping companies figure out from a strategic perspective what they should and shouldn't be doing around identity that really aligns with their business needs and goals. And then subsequently, we have 3 practices organized around really implementing the tools in a best practice fashion around identity governance and administration, privileged access management, and access enforcement. Within each of those practices, we've aligned ourselves with technology partners who we feel have really have been the market leaders. In identity governance and administration, we've partnered with companies like SailPoint and Xalient. In the privileged access management space, we've partnered with companies like CyberArk and BeyondTrust. On the access management front, we've partnered with companies like Okta and Ping. Again, all companies that we feel really represent kind of the best of breed in terms of what they do in their respective spaces. And yeah, I mean, it's just it's been a great run as a standalone identity company, but very excited, obviously, to be here with you and now be part of the Xalient family.
I hear a lot of similarities also in the products you mentioned. I think award-winning on several aspects. Also, BeyondTrust, you had an accolade recent, but also SailPoint, of course. Can you say a bit more about that?
Sure. Yeah. No, I think we've had a long tenure with SailPoint, and I think if I'm not mistaken, this will be our 5th year as a delivery Admiral partner on the software and now the SaaS side of things, which obviously
so that makes us together 10 years together.
Yes,
so that's for an Admiral partner. Yeah, that's incredible.
There's very few like us, and I think very excited now that we're together. You know, it's really exciting.
Yeah, I hear a lot of similarities. Of course, it's we already were founded in 1986, but already for years in the business. But yeah, definitely focused on delivering the value for customers, and that as a focus. And of course, it is about people, process, like technology. You had technology in the core.
Yeah.
But in the end of the day, it's about delivering value on business level. And the fact that you really have the same view on that, is very interesting for us, and that we found each other. And I also think the way you're organized, is really similar to us. And you mentioned SailPoint, CyberArk, Okta. Also there we have a lot of similarities. So that's impressive to see.
Yeah, so, more similarities than dissimilarities.
Yeah, so that's good to see. Yeah. We both have been acquired by Xalient, which is of course for you and for me a big step, done through vision. I think a lot of customers and employees really ask questions. What is your shared vision on digital identity? Can you elaborate a bit more on that?
Yeah, certainly. I mean, good question. I think we see kind of a lot of different factors, as it pertains to the importance of identity in isolation. I mean, a lot of what we've done historically has talked about identity in the context of an identity fabric and the interrelation between identity solutions to solve business problems. But there's other factors that come into play that are more prominent maybe than they've been in the past. And so, for instance, we see a lot of blurring between logical and physical security. We see a lot of external geopolitical factors, if you will, a lot more cyber crime, cyber hacking, if you will, across a lot of organizations. I think you see lots of customers or prospects in the news being breached. And I think what we see is identity in and of itself is while very important, no longer, from our perspective, the only thing. And so what we see is kind of more of a convergence of secure networking, security, and identity together, culminating in this concept of zero trust, becoming more prominent and more important for customers to be able to truly solve their cybersecurity challenges. And so identity in and of itself, the identity fabric in and of itself is really, really important, but in isolation, not what it takes for companies really to be kind of at the top of their game.
And that's pretty much is also in line with our vision. And the reason for us to make the step with Xalient is what we do today is important, and we're really happy to do so. But in essence, we need to look at access in the broadest sense of the word.
Exactly.
And then what we do today is simply too narrow. And we've always been a front runner in our world. And also at this step, that's the role you want to keep on playing and really look at that access from a zero trust perspective. In that logic, as zero trust is an abstract word. Can you say a bit more about that? How you look at it, or how it fits our vision? Now we're part of the Xalient Group.
Yeah, I think maybe my answer is kind of framed in the context of identity, because obviously that's kind of our pedigree, our history is focused around identity, and kind of when we boil down and distill zero trust, we see identity kind of permeates every aspect of it. Irrespective of the function or the technology that's used to solve the problem. And so we've tried to really distill that down into key principles, key tenets, if you will, that are easy to digest, easy for customers to understand. And certainly probably is a whole separate conversation in terms of what that looks like and educating folks on that. But I think we see identity really being at the crux of that from the point that, a user, enters an organization, irrespective of kind of their role they have with that organization, all the way to accessing the data or application that they need to perform whatever job function they're in, and really traversing across that entire IT landscape to be able to achieve what they're trying to do, but doing it in a secure fashion. Identity really kind of hits at every aspect of that, along with the other technologies. And so, again, zero trust is a little bit nebulous, I think, when you try to talk about it. Our goal as a collective organization is really to help customers understand what it means for them specifically, and where they need to be focused and where they need to make investments in order to be successful. And again, probably a topic for a longer conversation between the organizations, but anyway, we think it's super important from an identity perspective.
Yeah, but take customers along in that route.
Absolutely.
That's our job.
Yes.
Another buzzword?
No.
No, Gen AI, is that something that's going to impact the zero trust route we're foreseeing?
I think absolutely. I mean, obviously you and I've had some initial conversations on this, but I think in a sense it's disruptive from the status quo that we've seen for the last couple of decades around what we do. Having been in this space since 2003, a lot of what we're doing or have been doing is the same. It hasn't really changed much. And I think in a sense, the AI can be disruptive to what is otherwise, I think, as you coined, a static process. And I think it's about ready to take it to the next level, which is to the benefit of our customers. I mean, a lot of it's going to be driven, I think, through our technology partners, but the application of that and the best practices around that is really, I think, up to us as an organization to bring to our customers so that they can ultimately be successful. But it's exciting times.
and help them secure at scale, because that's for me a topic that I said, well, 10 years ago, everything was thought over and should be understood by a human mind, so to speak.
Yes.
And yeah, it's simply too big. The amount of data is too big. The whole road toward the cloud, it's been too complex, become too complex. And in order to really have an answer to that, to secure at scale and really make sure that the right people have the right access at the right moment, yeah, we really need solutions like Gen AI to support that in the right way, of course. But yeah, for me, that is not something that we'll use tomorrow, and it's the whole answer. But it will definitely, yeah, be impactful in the road ahead. Just to wrap up, talked a bit about integral partners, about the vision on digital identity, on zero trust. Of course, customers are listening. What will be the impact for those customers when they embark on a journey on zero trust? Can you say a bit more about that?
I think that the impact for our customers specifically is while we've entertained a lot of conversations around zero trust, identity in zero trust. What does identity mean in zero trust? We've only been able to take it to the boundaries of identity. Yeah. Again, pervasive across zero trust, but really there are some boundaries in terms of what we were able to do as part of our go forward capabilities. We're now able to offer to all of our existing customers who we were just really focused on identity, the full breadth of services around zero trust. So bringing everything to bear that Xalient has done historically around the zero trust framework, secure networking, is to the benefit of our customers through a trusted partner like Integral, and now part of the Xalient family. And I'll add to that, really our capabilities around managed services around the identity estate that our customers have. Whereas we were limited in what we were able to provide, now we're able to offer a world-class 24/7 ISO 27001 compliant managed service, nothing but added value for our customers. So we're super excited about that.
Yeah. Makes you excited. Same for me, of course. No, Scott, thank you very much. And yeah, really looking forward to the future together. So yeah, thank you very much.
Likewise. Yeah.
Perfect.